The Psychology of Money. Morgan Housel, Book Summary. 1. Money is driven by 1. Money is driven by behavior, not intelligence. Money decisions are rarely about how smart someone is. They are about how people behave under pressure, uncertainty, fear, and greed. Two individuals with the same knowledge can end up with completely different financial outcomes because their emotions, discipline, and impulses control their actions more than logic ever does. Financial success is therefore less about IQ and more about self-control and consistency over time. 2. Everyone sees money through a personal lens. No one makes financial decisions in a vacuum. Every person's view of money is shaped by their upbringing, environment, and past experiences. Someone who grew up in scarcity will prioritize security and saving, while someone raised in abundance may take more risks. This means financial advice is never universal. What works for one person may fail for another because their money story is different. 3. Luck and risk are always present, even when unseen. Financial outcomes are not purely earned. Luck plays a major role in success, and risk often hides in the background until it appears suddenly. People tend to celebrate success as skill and ignore the influence of timing or external factors. At the same time, they judge failure as stupidity without recognizing hidden risks. Understanding money requires accepting that outcomes are often shaped by forces beyond control. 4. Wealth is invisible. Spending is visible. True wealth is not what people display. It is the money that is saved, invested, and not spent. A person driving an expensive car or wearing luxury brands may look rich, but could have no financial security. Meanwhile, someone living modestly may have significant wealth stored in investments and savings. Wealth is silent, private, and often unnoticed, while spending is loud and visible to everyone. 5. Compounding is the foundation of wealth building. Wealth grows slowly at first and then accelerates over time through compounding. Small, consistent actions like saving, investing, and avoiding unnecessary losses produce massive results over long periods. The key challenge is not understanding compounding, but surviving long enough to benefit from it. Patience becomes more valuable than strategy because time multiplies every disciplined decision. 6. Staying wealthy is harder than becoming wealthy. Many people can make money once through opportunity, timing, or effort, but keeping it requires discipline and restraint. Wealth is often destroyed not by lack of income, but by bad decisions, overconfidence, or excessive risk-taking after success. Staying rich requires humility and the ability to avoid unnecessary financial exposure even when things are going well. 7. Enough is one of the most powerful financial decisions. Without a clear definition of enough, people continue chasing more money, more status, and more possessions indefinitely. This creates dissatisfaction, stress, and poor decision-making. Knowing when to stop taking risks or when to step back from constant accumulation is a critical financial skill. Enough creates stability and protects long-term freedom. 8. High returns always come with emotional cost. Investments or financial strategies that offer high returns usually come with high volatility. This means periods of loss, uncertainty, and discomfort are unavoidable. Many people fail financially not because the strategy was wrong, but because they could not emotionally tolerate temporary downturns. Success in investing requires emotional endurance more than excitement about gains. 9. Wealth is built through long-term thinking, not brilliance. Being intelligent does not guarantee financial success. Many highly intelligent people struggle financially because they focus on short-term gains or overcomplicate decisions. Wealth is usually built by people who think in decades, not days. Consistency, patience, and avoiding major mistakes over long periods matter more than making brilliant but inconsistent financial moves. 10. Saving matters more than income level. High income does not automatically create wealth. What matters more is the ability to save and retain money. People with moderate income who save consistently often become wealthier than high earners who spend excessively. Wealth is not about how much money enters your account, but how much you keep and grow over time. 11. Financial independence is the real goal. The purpose of money is not status or comparison, but freedom. Financial independence means having control over your time, decisions, and lifestyle without being dependent on constant income pressure. The ability to walk away from situations, choose opportunities freely, and live without financial fear is the highest form of wealth. 12. Avoid extremes in financial behavior. Extreme optimism leads to reckless decisions, while extreme pessimism leads to missed opportunities. Balanced thinking is what sustains long-term financial stability. The goal is not to maximize short-term gains, but to survive financial cycles without being destroyed by emotional decisions or market volatility. 13. Social comparison destroys financial progress. Much of financial stress comes from comparing yourself to others. People often spend beyond their means not because they need something, but because they want to match the lifestyle of those around them. This creates a cycle where appearance becomes more important than actual financial security. Real progress happens when comparison is replaced with personal financial discipline. 14. Survival is the most important financial rule. The ability to stay financially active over a long period matters more than aggressive strategies. If you lose everything, you lose the ability to benefit from future opportunities. Protecting downside risk is more important than chasing maximum upside. Staying in the game ensures that compounding an opportunity can eventually work in your favor. 15. People copy what they observe, not what they are told. Financial habits are heavily influenced by environment. People adopt the spending and saving behavior of those around them. Even with knowledge, it is difficult to act differently from your social surroundings. This is why environment and peer influence play a powerful role in shaping financial outcomes. 16. Wealth is a long game of patience and control. The biggest financial advantage is not intelligence, luck, or opportunity alone, but the ability to stay disciplined over long periods while others act emotionally. Wealth is created slowly through consistent behavior, controlled spending, long-term thinking, and emotional stability. Most people fail not because they lack opportunity, but because they cannot remain consistent long enough for compounding to work. Financial success is therefore less about dramatic wins and more about avoiding mistakes, staying patient, and letting time do the heavy lifting. In conclusion, money is not just a tool, it is a reflection of human behavior, emotions, and personal history. The biggest financial mistake people make is believing that wealth is about intelligence or income alone. In reality, wealth is built through patience, discipline, and the ability to stay consistent when nothing seems to be happening. Most people fail not because they are ignorant, but because they cannot control emotion, ego, or comparison. The true secret of money is understanding that small decisions repeated over time matter more than big decisions made once. Compounding rewards those who can stay in the game long enough without being forced out by fear or greed. At the same time, protecting what you have is just as important as growing it, because losing everything resets all progress. Real financial success is not measured by what you show, but by what you don't need to show. It is the freedom to choose your time, your work, and your lifestyle without pressure. In the end, the psychology of money teaches one core truth. If you can master your behavior, control your emotions, and think long-term while others think short-term, you will always stay ahead. Not because you are the smartest, but because you are the most consistent.